So the 2014 remixes of Spend the Night have been mastered by Sam from Wired Masters. And I'm going to take a look in this video at comparing before with the pre-master to the mastered version across the mixes that we've got. We're going to start off with the Samson Lewis remix, and you can see that we've got the waveforms here. The pre-master is above and the mastered version is below. So straight away you can see that there's a difference in level. So remember, the sound radiates outwards from the center line out to the top and out to the bottom, and you can see that there's plenty of headroom here, so plenty of volume space for the mastering engineer to be able to do his work. And mastering is often about things like compressing things together just to gel the elements, then to use some EQ to do some tone adjustment, and then some limiting. But there are various other bits of magic in between according to which engineer that you're working with. So let's take a listen. I want you to pay attention to the right hand side here. This is a meter in Cubase, which is really nice because it shows clearly we've got the average level, and then we've got the peak here as well. So have a listen, see what you think. We're going to listen to the pre-master. So I'm going to stop it there, and on the right hand side, if you were watching, you would have seen that the average, the maximum we had there was minus 20.3, and then our peak was minus 6.4. So let's compare now to the mastered version. I'm going to take the solo off here. Let's come back to a similar point. It's going to be louder, so mind your ears, and also watch what happens on the right hand side. I'm going to reset the meters. Here we go. So yeah, there's a big difference. So you can see we're up to the minus 0.3, which is the recommended loudest level. And then we've got the average, the RMS is minus 10.9. So there's a big difference compared to the pre-master. And one of the most important things to do when you're checking your masters is to make sure that on a breakdown that it's not too loud. We need that energy transfer. So here we're right up to the minus 0.3. But we want to make sure that we don't go that high here, because otherwise it's going to feel that when everything kicks back, it's not kicking back with enough energy. You've got to have a difference. So visually, if this was mastered badly, we'd see the breakdown a lot louder. Okay, so he's done a great job. All right, so you can really clearly see what's going on here. It's basically increasing the level overall. It feels more balanced. You know, you can see that, you know, tonally it feels like there is a better balance too. All right, so that's the Samson Lewis mix. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to tuck them away. And let's focus now on the Soul Function remix. Let's increase the vertical scale here. And we're going to zoom out. Similar thing, let me take off solo. We're going to listen to the pre-master first, and then we're going to kick in with the mastered version. So let's reset the meters over here. Pay attention to the RMS and also the peak level. Okay, you can see actually that there is a big difference here on the intro with this section here. I wonder what that difference is, because there is actually naturally more level on this section. So that would have been a challenge potentially for the mastering engineer to get a good balance there. So let's have a look. And also, you know, remember I was telling you about this kind of breakdown section. Now this looks busier for sure. Let's have a look and we'll see how that feels. All right, so here we go. Pre-master, Soul Function remix. Okay, just thinking about it, the reason why this feels heavier is because there's the bass line in there. And that's a fat bass there. And that's the reason why on this section is lower, because you have the same beats but with the bass line added. So, okay, that's feeling that what happened was that the guys would have created this version without too much processing on the master, but it looks like they've normalized it to 0, because you take a look at these levels, they're very different. So peak max is 0, RMS is minus 13.6. Now, really, I should have checked this in advance, but I remember I didn't have tons of time at this point. I had a listen, I thought it sounded great, but I think what would happen is the mastering engineer would reduce the gain overall to give himself the headroom for his processing. So what I could do is see if I can find that handle somewhere here. There we go. Let me bring this down. So I'm going to simulate what the mastering engineer would have had. So he would have had something like this. So you can see here, there's none of these peaks are being squashed up to 0. So that feels safe. If they were, then that feels as if the guys are going to be limiting it. But I think we've got something here that sounds great. And what I'm going to do now is going to go here to the mastered version. And let's once again take a look at resetting the meters. We're going to look at the RMS and then the peak. And let's see how it feels, you know, with the next section when we're going into that bass, and then the section after when all the beats kick back. So taking a look over here, we can see the RMS minus 9, peak max minus 0.3, and the energy felt like it worked really well considering. So, you know, this is another thing when you're composing, you know, when you're making your tracks, you know, if you want to have more of a dynamic impact when everything kicks back in, you may want to consider taking the bass out. But I think as a composition, it works really nicely. And, you know, I think the overall mix sounds fantastic as well. You know, with the master, it's sounding even better. So let's take a look at the next mix. Let's bring these down again. Let's open up the Carnival dub. And this is one that I did. I put this together. Let me get the other one up. And let me just get these to the right. No, let me just clicked on the wrong one there, so ignore me. Let me go zoom 8 tracks. I've done the whole lot here. It's totally messing up my view, but it's fine. Look, I tell you what. Let me just get these two. Select these. And let's do that. There we go. Right. So, look at me. I did the same thing that Cell Function guys did. So, I didn't give tons of headroom. You can see that. So, once again, the mastering engineer would have probably brought the gain down, given himself plenty of room to run it through the outboard gear that he's got. And then we've got the end result over here. So let's take a look. Let's have a listen. Once again, reset over here. Let's see what the RMS and the peak is. Whoa, that's like a really bad DJ. Let's come back. So you can see there RMS -16, and then we've got peak -1.5. You know, with mastering, can you see these little spikes here? You know, these are basically some of the elements that need to be tamed. You know, so basically we're kind of shaving these and bring them down. So reducing those peaks. That's what the whole kind of concept of limiting is, and that gives us a more even signal. So let's compare that to Sam's master. Once again, let's reset those meters. So you can see, once again, big difference. It's a lot louder. I love the work that he's done on this because for me, you know, this is quite a bass heavy track, and I was worried. You know, I was monitoring at home, and I haven't got the best monitoring, so I wanted to make sure someone could make sure it sounds the absolute best. So that's those two. Just going to tuck these up again, and we can take a look at the next one. So the next one we're going to see is the golf clap mixes, and these are really nice. Got a real nice kind of deep vibe here. Look, visually that's looking great. So plenty of headroom. You know, these guys are doing what they're supposed to do. And let's take the solo off here. Let's take a listen. Once again, resetting the meter, and let's see how this feels. Really love all the space around this mix. It's a fantastic remix, this one. I'm sure it's going to go down really well when it's released. So let's take a look, and you know, if we summarize over here, we had -17.7 RMS, -4.2 peak. Let's have a listen to that section and see how it sounds with the master. So nice and loud, still retaining that sense of space and purity. So that's a really nice master there. And you can see, just once again, summarizing, -10 on the RMS, and then -0.3 peak max. So literally consistent with the peak max there. Very similar, these RMSs as well. You know, if you're a mastering engineer and you're putting together a package of tracks together, the aim is to get them sitting and feeling that they could be played in a car back to back or on a home system, so that you would feel it's a consistent body of work, really. You know, that's the job of the mastering engineer, to get things sounding really nice to listen to in a complete session. And so the final one is another one of my mixes. This is a classic revisited mix. Already I'm feeling that I could have given the guy some more headroom. So yeah, sure looks that way. So I'm really I'm really bad. I should have put much more space in this on this one, but you know, I was in a hurry. That's my excuse. Anyway, so here we go. So yeah, he would have brought the gain down again. So you know, so long as it's not slammed up to the 0 point, it really should be fine. As long as there's enough room for the track to breathe. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. So this is my classic revisited. Going to reset the meters here, and let's have a listen. Okay, so minus 14 on the RMS, minus 2 on the peak max. So yeah, it's too loud. I should have rendered that at the lower kind of level. But yeah, I was lazy, I think. Let's have a look at the master. This is actually teaching me a lesson. So this is for sure. Next time, I'm not going to be in so much of a hurry. I'll bring it through as a separate waveform and take a look and make sure things are right. And if it's not, go re-render. All right, so I've learned my lesson here. So let's have a look. So the master, and let's compare. Let's reset the meter again. So we're looking at a similar picture once again. So minus 0.3 peak max, and then we've got the minus 9.7. So very close to the 10 that we've been seeing regularly. So that's a little evaluation there before and after. I'm not on Brilliant monitoring at the moment, so I can't make any massive comments about the EQ or settings. I want to leave that up to you guys, all right? So what I'd like you to do is have a listen if you've got a good system, put some comments down, explain what you think is the difference and how you're feeling about these masters. Also, what I'm going to do is put a link up so that you can listen to the mastered versions in full on the Rough Tracks Records channel, which is Rough Tracks is the label that's going to be releasing this. Okay, so spread the word, share the videos, let everybody know, and also please let me know what you think of the mastering.